All right, so we're back. Sorry about that. My internet conked out for whatever reason. Make sure this is showing up here. All right. So we were looking at this G2, ZBook 15 G2. The charger not included. So that means spending 34, 40 bucks on a charger, which kind of puts us above our price range. Let's see here. Here's another E5570, which is, yeah, 5570. So that did have a graphics card. Let's see if this one does, if they list that. Um, Pictures, photos. So I don't see anything in here. Is there any way to tell from the service tag? Is that in here? No, I don't see a service tag in there. It would be there. So let's go ahead. Let's support home. And it was GB8. GB8. DPC2. DBC2. That is not the right thing. Did I write? Did I grab the right number? GB8 DP. No, I typed it wrong. There we go. And if we go to product specs, what do we have here? 6th generation Core i5. So just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to go to this one. Do we see its service tag? I doubt we can see that. All right, I was just hoping we could do a comparison, but I'm going to guess that this one does not have a dedicated graphics card. All right, let's go back, close that. So we'll close this one and we'll look at another latitude. In fact, let's do that right now. We'll just copy this, put this in here. Put our price 50. So most of these are a lot cheaper than that. Let's go with an i7. As long as we're doing it, let's just go with an i7. So 6th gen. This says 8th gen, but I doubt that any of those are actually either 8th gen or the correct laptop. So let's see. That's a i5. Let's I don't think I want a touchscreen. That's the one with the broken hinge, I think. I'll put a bunch of these just to see what we got going on. No, no, no bids. One button out at least. No storage. See what they have down in the description. So service tag here. I love looking things up by either the serial number or the service tag. I feel like it just makes life easier. Specs. Okay. So yeah, this one does have dedicated graphics. Awesome. Which one was that? That was this one. Okay. Gotcha. So this one. So this is. So it powers on, but has a bad battery. That's fine. Uh, does it come with a chart? Does it say it comes with a cable? Because I assume most of these not included. Okay. So let's see, what kind of cable are we gonna need? Looks like that's just a standard, yeah, standard Dell charger. Those are like 15 bucks. You can get, I have a bunch of those, so that's not a problem. Probably needs a, I'll need to see which one it includes. So power's on, screen looks good. So this is a strong contender. So I'm going to add this to my watch list. They say, is this a 65 watt or 90-watt charger? 90-watt charger. So yeah, I don't have a 90-watt Dell charger, but that's something that we can get pretty inexpensively. So let's go ahead and keep looking. So we added this to our watch list, so we're going to close that. Let's go ahead and the ones we're looking at, we're going to add to the watch list so I can close those windows and then we can reopen them later once we have a list. I think this one powered on, right? Yeah. They come with the charger. Well, this is. Doesn't say if it comes with a charger, but we'll add it to our watch list just because it's only 70 bucks. All right, here's another. So this is more expensive than the other one and not in as good a condition. So why would I look at that one? The one for 65 bucks seems like it's going to be a pretty smoking good deal. And honestly, it's pretty pretty nice. So this one's $100. Let me go back to my watch list. Ignore most of what's on here because my wife uses this as well. All right, so where'd it go? Here it is. Okay. Yeah, so it's 62.95 with $32 in shipping. So that's, let's just call it 90 bucks. Okay. So anything over $90 is a no-go because this does not include a charge. Let's say 90, 105. Anything that combined is over 105 is a no-go on these Dells. So that one's a no-go. This one's definitely a no-go. There's 100 and oh, its shipping's quite a bit higher. Its battery's also toast. The benefit this one has is that it comes with the charger. Um, is this the same brand? No. So what's this one? It's the same thing? 8570? Yeah. Okay. All right. This one's a little bit more expensive, but does not show a charger included. So we'll close this one. This one has the charger, a little bit more reasonably priced. Let's keep going. Because did this one come with? Because this one does not have storage either, does it? So yeah, this one doesn't have storage. So we need another 20 bucks for that. So this one has a storage. So we'll add this one to the watch list and we'll remove this one. All right, because this one has a charger, has storage. All right, but it's still the better option. This one is over the 105, but power supply included. We don't know about its GPU. Do we see its service tag? J4C. Let's go back. J4C. 4RF2. All right, let's see what we got here. Product specs. Let's kind of down towards the bottom. So this also has the M360, which this one has, right? That's the M370. I don't know what the difference is, but higher number usually means better. So uh, this also is 6820, and this has a 6600U. So I'm guessing this is a slightly later model. That's a bid. We're not going to get anything that we're not going to bid on anything. Burns bottom panel. What does that mean? They leave it on the stove or something? Uh, no, I'm not buying something that's been on fire. That one's not okay with me. All right, what do we got here? Another. This one sure looks clean, like it's not been used. $100, $20 shipping. Scroll down. It says it only has HD graphics, 5200. Most people don't even know what they're selling. So let's see here. Can we see that service tag? Heck, no. Without confirmation, I'm just not comfortable buying that. So let's go ahead and close that. What about this one? This is also a 6820 HQ. So the 6820 is 4-core 8-thread. Is that right? So this should be much faster than most of the other systems you'd be looking at that are the 2-core 4-thread. Let's search that real quick. Yeah, 4-core 8-thread. So that should be a much faster CPU. This one's 109, 17 shipping, has a cord, has the ATA and the OS. All right. This is the same system. 836. No, different systems. But same seller, Idaho SDS. So they sell them for the same price. Yeah, just two different systems. So what does the use on the keyboard on this one look like? Do they show the keyboard? There we go. Kind of blurry picture. That doesn't look like it's hardly been used, like at all. All right. Skipped one. It's got the cord. It's 90 plus $30 shipping, so 120. Let's see. Got a broken bezel. Huh. See, this doesn't make sense. 1366 by 768. Why are they throwing Linux Mint on there? I'll skip that one. What's this one? So this one's cheaper. It's got a crack in it though. I'm okay paying a little bit more for a cosmetically clean one. That's way too much money. All right, there's our list. Okay, so these two, same seller, same price. I like this charger better. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to remove this from my watch list. We'll do this one. I don't know if anybody's watching or cares. I'll take any suggestions you have if you pop on and you see what I'm doing here. I am shopping for a gaming laptop with my YouTube money. So, all right, let's see here. So that's what we've been looking at. So this one is, man, 6th gen versus 4th gen. We do get a 4-core processor here, I'm pretty sure. This one does have 32 gigs of RAM, though. Does this have... It says that's more powerful, but let's see what that means. Does this give us any valuable information? No? Alright. 2 gigs of VRAM. I assume this also just has 2 gigs. Both using 28 nanometers. Both using GDDR5. Both have 2 gigs of... Okay. So I think the Z-books are out. We have, and I think the M4700 is out. That's the Z-book is out. This Alienware, I don't want to. Okay. No, too much money. We have such a good contender at that price point. A P50. Let's see. All right. $4,700's out. 48, not 4,800. That one's way too much money though, because we have this 4,800. So let me go ahead. Let me add this to my watch list. Let's add this to my watch list. Let's add it to watch list. All right. So let's close out of these. I have some other ones on here from me looking previously. We'll take a look kind of all these. All right, so we have the P50, not a ZBook 14, 4800. We have the 440p. That one's kind of out of my price range, but I'll bring it up anyways. Not a 4700. We have this Acer. That's too old. That's too much money. That's really cheap. But I think we'll skip it for now. That's way too much money. That ended. Okay. All right, let's go out of these. All right, so here's kind of our options. We have this E5570, 16 gigs of RAM, SSD and the Radeon R7 M370. We have this ThinkPad P50 with a i7 6840, so same generation of CPU-ish. I don't think that 6840 versus 6820 will make much of a difference. We have an NVIDIA Quattro M1000M. Then we have this Dell Precision, which I think probably has a hard drive versus an SSD, with 4th gen Core i7. Then we have this T440p. What graphics card does it have? I'll have to look that up here. We have this Dell Precision with same CPU, but a NVIDIA M620 GPU. We have this one's out, gone. All right. That and that are the same. Alrighty. So we're picking between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems. Now, if it was you, which one would you go for? Part of me likes the Lenovo because it's a 14-inch laptop. And I really like 14-inch notebooks. And something about having a gaming ThinkPad I like. But I'm also leaning towards the Dell E5570. I think I'm gonna veto the Precision. It's cheaper, but it's also significantly bulkier and heavier. Same with the P50. Man, hard decision. So this Dell Precision and this Dell Latitude seem nearly identical. They have the same CPU. The difference being the graphics card. Oh, this one's too much money. Never mind. This is 150 plus. It's simply out of my price range, so that one can go. So we're narrowed it down to 3. This Dell, this ThinkPad, which is really too much money. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to this one's out of my price range. So both of these have a make an offer, or no. Yeah, both of them have make an offer. I'm going to make both of them an offer and see which one takes my offer. That's what we're going to do. And I will follow up with the results when they have accepted my offer. Anyways, don't know if you've stayed with me this whole time or not, or if anybody joined. We will follow up with the response.